Hey everybody, Furry2 here, and welcome back to Genshin Impact, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, because it is Saturday, and today we're going to be continuing on with other parts of the Summertide Scales and Tails event. But we're going to be doing our quest here involving Kiara. Oh, and speaking of Kiara, I went ahead and checked out the event menu while I was searching for other treasures and challenges to do, and for which I am sorry that I couldn't show you all the challenges, but I'll try to get them all as soon as I can. Otherwise, it's easy to figure out. Like, some challenges require you to pay attention to the drawings or graffiti on the walls to figure out the pattern. You draw patterns to match the cycle. Other ones are finding the patterns for the toys to step on these buttons. 2 colored buttons and 4 patterns. And you figure out the timing to which you hit the gear to rewind back time to hit the pattern again. Simple enough. Or racing, or setting things up, that's fine with me. But as we're about to get to that quest I'm about to do, I looked ahead and I counted my summer excerpts of bliss. Not only did I get 125 of them here, guess what?
You better watch out! There's a cat burglar about!
I got the new costume and put it on.
You'd better watch out! There's a cat burglar about!
Alright, the swashbuckling feline of fairy tale fame, this crafty courier of dearly held dreams, is pleased to make your acquaintance. So, a free costume for anyone who is doing this event.
So, are you all set? Ready to start investigating?
You sure are. Yep, we're all good.
Great! Let's go!
I'm investigating as a cat
I've
while
delivered
following her.
packages all over, but I've never seen a mysterious fairy tale world like this before.
Really? Dude.
Looks like nobody has gotten around to repairing this house yet. Ugh, even I wouldn't dare to sleep in there. It might suddenly collapse in on you.
Might. Definitely will.
Nothing to see here either. Maybe we can find someone to ask?
Is there anyone nearby though? Kinda looks like one of those.
Aha! Over there! I bet we'll find some people there. Let's go take a look.
Okay. Did I forget to track the quest? Yeah, it kinda looks like one of those villages in Fontaine. Small ones.
Uh-huh. I was sure there'd be people here.
There once was a goddess who ruled over fate. Before she died, she left 3 riddles for the kingdom she had created.
Who is saying that? Also, challenge. Also, why do I feel like the voice is familiar? If I know the voice is familiar, I believe it would be the guy. If you guys ever heard of the game Warframe, he'd be the guy hosting the Laverian. I forgot his name, but it does sound familiar.
What? Who said that?
My words exactly.
Long story short, on this day, a sentient feline, an outlander, and a diminutive pixie arrived on the scene.
It's Narrator.
They saw a narrow path off to the side.
Are we playing D&D? Come on.
Okay, but which side? Yeah, if you gave ambiguous instructions like that to a Comania Express courier, they'd give you the parcel right back and tell you to write the delivery address more clearly.
Jesus. Yeah, post office complaints.
Despite how obvious the answer was, the perplexed pixie and the flummoxed feline struggled to work it out. Although, perhaps a small part of the blame could be attributed to my dull narration.
Yep, I knew it. It was the narrator.
Alright, let's try this again. The path on the left-hand side seemed to give off an enticing fragrance, as if to say, this is the way to wealth and glory.
Ooh, that sounds like the start of a good story. Then what? Then what?
Patience, let the narrator cook. Patience, let the narrator cook.
At the end of the path, the motley crew would soon spot a secret stone room. A prophecy had once foretold of a marquis who shall one day venture inside, and thus it is named the future marquis's abode to be. You like it? The future marquis's abode to be? Got a Nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Are we supposed to comment
That
on?
was a little bit boastful.
But before you continue, I must warn you of the danger that lies ahead. For example, under no circumstances should you sit on the chair in the center. Otherwise, the consequences could be a bit embarrassing.
I wonder why. As for your instructions, I might follow it, but I'm going to completely disregard what you say and sit on the center. Unless it tells me not to sit on the center as a quest.
So many summers, winters, springs, and falls, and now at last a hero hither strides.
This realm knows not what lies beyond its walls. Its secrets mystify the world outside.
What the hell?
Wait, new voices. Who are they?
Pick a voice, damn it. Pick a name. Alright. Alright, let's read that. There's a letter right there? In the name of the elders
As
of our...
golden sunlight fills the firmament, the tabletop engrosses your intent. Perchance peruse these pages.
Captivated by the epic poetry and enthralled
You
by
serious?
the outstanding storytelling, the Outlanders knew what their next
Seriously?
objective was. Why isn't she reading the files on the desk? Hey, Bobarano, maybe quit showing off and try using words she'll actually understand.
I can either rhyme like a bard, or I can curse like a sailor. And right now, Cape, you are seriously tempting me towards the latter.
I'm gonna lose my mind if someone
Name
interrupts me reading.
To remove the clockwork key from the
Shut-
raised platform up ahead.
I get it's
Cape,
glue.
I just realized you said we all had to speak like bards, but every time you open
fuck?
up your mouth, I don't hear any rock.
I see glue. I'm
Perhaps the Outlanders are worried that something...
gonna sit down. I don't care.
Stop the poem. We have a situation. Something's up with this person.
Traveler? Are you alright?
Turns out there's glue. I just wanted to sit down. I don't give a damn. You try to stand up, but the glue is holding you firmly in place.
Come on, you can do it. This can't be how our story ends.
I'm so sorry. Let's try to stand up. You managed to partially unstuck yourself. The issue isn't that you can't break free. It's more like you don't want to tear your clothes in the process. They mean a lot to you.
Can I give you a hand or a tail, even?
Yeah, let's just keep trying standing up. You finally free yourself and stand up, clothes intact. My question is...
I noticed that too.
Oh, for fuck's
it's
sake.
one standard for us and another for you. That's not fair, Cape.
Are you finally done talking? I'm gonna fucking beat the hell out of anyone who keeps interrupting my fucking reading and talking while I was trying to make a commentary. I just want to see what happens when was that there, and I already know it was obvious that there was glue on it. I just wanted to see. And I wanted to read that poetry, but yeah, I don't like it when someone interrupts my reading while commentating. I guess we'll just do this.
Strong as stone, firm as steel, the Outlander pulls, but it does not yield.
This has happened many times before, but this time is different. A thought enters the Outlander's mind. Attack! Attack! First weaken the structure, then seize the treasure.
The attack's now over. Only one final step remains.
Now it is the time to seize the key.
Yes! Finally!
Christ.
Come on, move your butts and your lights, assuming they're still in working order. It's showtime!
I am
No hard
seriously
feelings about your lack of poetic contributions?
Oh, let it go!
Wow, it's those three, they finally showed themselves. Alright, who's getting a beating?
Welcome, esteemed and noble Outlander. Allow us to introduce ourselves.
I'm honestly not pretending to be angry. I am frustrated right now, to be honest. Alright,
We represent the 3 great clans of this realm, having been selected as its authorized historical supervisors.
do you want a beating?
Our purpose being to await the arrival of one such as yourselves who shall remove the clockwork key.
My name is...
No one cares.
You're Cape, he's Albizzi, and that's Bobarano, right?
Good job, Kiara. You stopped me from being angry.
You've done so much talking that we can already tell you apart by your voices.
Yes, annoyingly so.
Aren't we missing someone, though? The guy who led us here to begin with?
Who?
And thus was born
Really?
the long-awaited fellowship, destined to uncover the truth of the past. Allow me to quote, if I may, in the history of Constellation Metropole, a new page has begun.
There's nothing worse than something that is led by a mysterious voice who calls itself a narrator that ruins the story, or at least tries to drive us towards a specific sentence or specific destination. And we try to deviate, he'll create something new to make us sure we set on the path he sets up for us.
Him.
Well, there's no fourth person, so which of you is the ventriloquist? Come on, out with it.
We've never heard that voice before. But he sounds like he'd be good at reading bedtime stories to children.
Not gonna lie, he really does sound like it.
Whoever it is, I don't know and I don't care. Forget about him. We have far more important things to focus on. Like, where our journey goes from here.
That key you hold is the pivot point about which the past and present of the Metropole revolve. However, between our three clans, there is some dispute over the historical record.
What do you mean, the clan of blues, reds, and yellows? You forget, one of my characters is a pyro. I can swing at you and burn you to singes.
Each clan has its own version of history, detailing the clan's origins and the tale of the dragon of old. And unfortunately, we don't know which one is the truth.
Nothing is worse than mixed history. You could say many people, different cities, have their own versions of the same story, and you get mixed history that just confuses the hell out of people.
Dragon? You mean the one that's been acting up recently?
Oh, no, not that one, you adorable little pixie. When I say dragon of old...
He means a dragon that would be really, really old if it was still with us today, but it was defeated in ancient times. The new one has nothing to do with our clan history.
Was that supposed to be a joke? Anyway, so you've been waiting for someone to remove the key so you can finally explore the truth of the past?
Not just explore it, but argue incessantly about it.
Jesus.
Honestly, I don't care that much. Cape's the one who's always bothering us about it.
So you're looking for a reason to debate and argue. I hate you three.
What we need to figure out is who resolved the dragon crisis. We have to know that before we can decide which is the supreme clan.
Oh, and here's one of those things, huh?
The moment you removed the key from where it was lodged, you became the honorary Marquis. We humbly beseech you, noble Outlander.
Just call me Fervid. Or the Traveler.
Noble Traveler Marquis, we ask you to help us. You and your talking Puss in Boots and pale floating pixie.
He said the thing! He said the thing! Puss in Boots! Oh my goodness. I was wondering if something like that was going to happen. Here you go, guys. It's reference time. Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots? Are you serious? It's better than Demon Feline, but still...
Take the win. Take the name. But you're called... I love the movie Puss in Boots. Antonio Banderas.
Embrace it, my friend. Embrace it. Most cats don't wear
Yes.
boots or speak, do they?
Yes, embrace the Puss in Boots. Embrace the legacy. Sorry. I really love the movie.
I'm not even a cat. I'm a Nekomata. Now that you know the word, I expect you to use it.
Please allow me to lead you all to a sacred memorial site. It will be much easier to
Racist.
explain what needs to be done once we are there.
Cabot leads the party to the so-called sacred memorial site.
This place is sacred to my clan. It's where our brave forefathers once took up arms against the dragon of old. After a bitter battle that dragged on for many days and nights, finally, our forefathers fought the dragon into submission, and it fled. They took turns, though. Some forefathers worked the day shift, while others worked the night shift.
I thought he was going to say about a turn-based fight against the dragon. So they worked shifts, while the poor dragon had to work around the clock?
So they say. It's just a legend, though.
Wait a second?
What?
Did I just hear you admit that your clan's history is just a legend?
Most histories are legends.
History, legend, who cares? My clan was definitely courageous, that's the point. That's the truth.
I don't think so.
And isn't the truth what we've all been arguing about non-stop for all these years?
Capet's words gave the traveler food for thought. Could it be that the truth in a fictional world is equivalent to fiction in the real world?
I don't like it when when narrators read their characters' minds.
But that would have to wait. Apparently, Capet was not alone in his pilgrimage to
You've
this
gotta be-
sacred site. Unwanted company had arrived.
You've gotta be kidding me. At least it's a better distraction than hearing these three.
The traveler and the talking cat, Kamata, decided to teach them some manners.
I don't know why. It's still hilarious. Alright. Alright, let's switch to you.
A true display of heroism and valor. It was as if the spirits of my ancestors were fighting through you.
Could be wrong, but maybe the Traveler Marquis is a lot more powerful than your ancestors.
Yeah.
Technically, by saying that, aren't you implicitly acknowledging that my clan's history is, in fact, true?
I just want to hear them talk their dialogue before I finish the fight. Otherwise, it will just stop right
Your
there.
martial prowess and show of courage are a more vivid reenactment of my ancestors' feats that suit the modern aesthetic. Now, let's get down to business. As we all know, time is but an illusion. Time may flow line by line, page by page, or frame by frame, but usually it flows in the form of springs and gears.
Dude, would you get your hand out of the way? Also, yeah, I can tell what you're pointing at is the wind-up.
And that clockwork key you have in your hand can turn back time and make the past reappear.
Ooh.
Well, actually, my view is that the illusion of time is more of a problem of consciousness. Gears power the body, while the body is the vessel of the conscious mind. But the mind cannot understand the dimension of time, so we experience instead an endless continuum of moments as the pinion of now turns along the rack of ages.
I am getting some existential crisis over here when I hear this.
I'm getting flashbacks to when I was delivering packages to the Sumeru Academia.
Oh no, deja vu.
A teacher once asked Albizzi what his greatest fear was, and he replied, dragons. Boberano was asked the same question. He replied, time, and repeated the argument we just heard. The teacher then turned to Capet and posed the same question. He replied, Boberano.
Why?
The manuscript that tells the truth of the historical record, the blueprint to all of creation, the work of the great mage themselves. It can be found at the beginning of the Girac, and on the very first page of the book.
Paimon didn't follow all that, but basically, you're just saying that we need to put the key in and turn it all the way back?
Paimon may not be the smartest of all creatures, but she is when simplest things come to term.
Exactly. It is said that in the beginning, the goddess of creation took the goddess of fate's manuscript as a blueprint, placed it under the goddess of prophecy's starry realm, and generated the world from a few magic arrays. So in a few moments, when the great clockwork key turns the local time here back to the very beginning, we will restore the magic arrays back to their original configurations.
Hold on, isn't stealing part of the blueprint of creation a little dangerous? Also, how are we supposed to know the original configurations of the magic arrays?
Well, the general shapes of the configurations have been passed down over the ages. They now form the family crests of each of our clans. So you'll just need to reference my family crest and join the dots accordingly.
Does that mean we have to reference all your family crests? Okay, so your work. Is that starting from here, there, or here to there? Basically, it looks like an S to me.
To address your other concern, when the house has already been built, do you really think that taking away the construction crew and blueprint will cause it to collapse?
The Traveler Marquis prepares to insert the great clockwork key into the nearby keyhole.
I guess I know what to do. Hang on. Alright, view the shape of valor. Alright, recall how you once loosened the key. Now wind it up using the same method. So, smack, 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 smack. Okay, so, Christ's sake. Do we have to start from here? Right.
I guess we should start here?
Okay. We start here, probably. Yeah, good job, Kiara. Good job. So, we start from right here. Right. Son of a bitch. Alright. Okay. Then... here? Okay. I know what to do. I know what to do. There and there. Hey, treasure chest.
Behold, the sacred writings that record the truth of... No, wait. That have shaped the truth of history. Gather round and let us bear witness.
Alright, Goddess manuscript number 1. I don't want to read all this, but let's see. Brave Francois mounted the haystack, picked up the fork, and planted it tines down atop the mountain of grass. Behind him was a large bright moon. Oh no, it's so long. I am not going to read all this for y'all. How long is this? Okay. I'll try it. He shouted the names of everyone in the village. Village chief was first to be named, and so frightened was he that he wished to climb up the haystack and stop up Francois' mouth. Are you crazy? You're yelling so loudly the dragon might show up. You good for nothing. Have you not seen how the windmill everyone built has been destroyed by the dragon? And here you are, worrying if it'll return. Francois really would have loved to kick him off the haystack, but held back given that the chief, too, was worried for the villagers' safety. Francois saw that nigh all the villagers had arrived, and so he cleared his throat. Dear neighbors and kin, do you still, hang on. I got words mixed up. Think you still that we must endure this? No, of course not. But we cannot do anything about the dragon, said the grocer. Who said so? Did I not leap onto its neck from the windmill blade, stepping on it twice, and did it not fall down and flee? Perhaps everyone worked so hard to build the mill that was destroyed. Everyone's emotions became blank inflamed. Lifting their fists. I think that's how it says. They decided to take on the dragon, but Francois lifted his own hands and calmed the crowd. Let us go home for today, everyone. Everyone's present. The lack of self-preservation is not bravery, but rather wrath. If we yet desire to face danger after calming ourselves, only then we may truthfully call our sentiment valor. So everyone went home. The next day, there were still many youngsters who wished to follow Francois to take on the wicked dragon. Who would have known that the valiant possesses the protection of the goddess's radiant charter? Encountering true valor, the dragon could neither spout fire nor slash with claws, and was forced to allow the other party to call pauses and switch personnel. And so, after several days and nights of fierce fighting, the wicked dragon could no longer bear it, and chose to surrender.
Feast your eyes, rejoice, and cheer, for this is the unquestionable truth. Look at the signature. Nobody is capable of forging that.
I couldn't read all that much, but hope you enjoyed that. Unless that, I'll skip it.
I don't believe it. So, all along, our histories have been false?
The truth is hard.
Don't lose heart, Albizzi. It does not follow from his is true that ours are false.
That might be the most bogus logic I've ever heard.
Christ.
But keep up the mental gymnastics, Boberano. Been waiting for that look of jealousy on your face my whole life, and I'm gonna savor it.
I can already tell I'm more exhausted from listening to these three.
And yet, it seemed that this conundrum could indeed have more than one solution. Everyone agreed that there may be more than one truth.
And the narrator is worse because he's contradicting everything. Or implying that there's more to it.
The party decided to visit the sacred sites of the other clans and see what their documents had to say.
Isn't a narrator supposed to remain detached and objective? It feels like you're forcing a narrative agenda on us here.
Exactly.
Well, whatever. I'm in a good mood. Let's do it. The instructions say to repeat the process 3 times, and besides, I'm looking forward to watching you both be sorely disappointed.
Please don't let me travel there.
Let's do my clan next. I'll lead the way.
Oh no.
We'll need the key again, right? Let me see if I can pull it out. Yoink!
I love Kira. Oh, there she is, right over there. Well, I've never seen this before.
The party finds no pedestal in which to place the great clockwork key, only a locked door.
I might do this one. I forgot to do this for screenshots only.
Where's your clan's pedestal? Let me guess, you hid it away in advance to save yourself the embarrassment of having it exposed as a fake?
You done? Okay. Now, since my clan's main claim to fame is...
Misinformation, half-truths, and fabrication.
Ah, shut up, Cape.
Shut up, Cape.
Yes, please, shut up. More like all of you, shut up. Let's just get this over with.
I swear, if I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Bobarano. Let those be my last words.
Yeah.
My clan's claim to fame is that we outwitted the Dragon of Old and stole its treasure. Ergo, all articles of value that we own, including the pedestal for the clockwork key, lie behind that door.
So, next step is open the door?
Almost. There's one step before that. The door is protected by a smart interrogation system. We have to answer its questions, and if we get them wrong, we will alert law enforcement.
You utter bastard.
Jeez. Well, do you at least know the answers?
Please tell me you know the answers. If not, I hate you.
The correction fluid of time has dyed white the pages of the Book of Wisdom. No, I don't know the answers.
That's it. You're gonna burn.
But worry not. I had a quick word with the constabulary in advance. They'll ignore the alarm if we get the questions wrong, so answer without fear.
At least that's a good enough thing. There is no response from the door, and nothing unusual about it. Knock on the door.
Question 1. Who is it?
Who is it? Hold on. Police! Open up! Blah blah blah, and her retinue. We're here for a routine inventory check. I'm gonna try it.
Ah, what an ingenious idea. Far more intelligent than Bobarano's ancestors. But I still recommend against this answer.
Question 1. Who is it?
Damn it, you took away the answer. Alright. Police, open up.
That's actually quite an amusing approach. It's probably not going to get us anywhere, but I do admire your sense of humor and your commitment to it.
Yeah, I just want to do it all.
Question 1. Who is it?
Unfortunately, Traveler Marquis and her retinue.
The great yokai, Nekomata in boots.
And the trusty travel guide, Pixie! Travel guide. Trusty travel guide!
Seriously, trusty travel guide? Just call her emergency food. We're done with
Question
it.
2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
Let's see, what are my options? Courage and strength? Wisdom? Hard work and wealth? Wisdom.
If this is the right answer, I swear I'll...
Correct!
Ah, just got it.
A barefaced lie. So low.
I figured that.
Question 3. Which is more real? The fiction of the outside world, or the truth of this world?
Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Perhaps both are equally real? I'm gonna go with both are false.
Please try to avoid being unnecessarily cruel in your response.
Question 3. Which is more real?
Yeah, okay. I honestly don't know, but perhaps both are equally real.
Hear, hear! Who can be sure that the outside world isn't just a dream? And that when the dreamer wakes up, they won't just find themselves inside a novel? There is no way to know, therefore both are equally real.
Yeah, this is confusing.
All correct. You may have the key pedestal.
To be honest, I wanted to get
Traveler
them all...
Marquis, you know what must be done. Please insert the great clockwork key. Oh, and this is my family crest.
Alright, what does it look like? A key. Okay, so I either gonna have to start from here, work my way up here, or be here and work my way downward. So it's a key. The shape of wisdom. To be honest, I wanted to get every one of those answers wrong, just to see what it looks like. Oh no. Okay. Recall how you once losing the key. Let's give it a whack at 2. Alright. Okay, so we start from here. Kiara, show me where do I start?
Do we really need this one?
Not really. But, let's see. Deep, 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 deep. Hang on. You gave me a bad thing to work with. Oh, hold on. Ah, we don't need that one. Yeah. And... no. How about here? Maybe. Here, maybe. We need the center. Here? How does that work out?
Now, let me see what
elaborate fiction the Clan of Wisdom was able to conjure up.
If anyone's listening, I would like to submit these as my last words. I surrender. I'm the one who murdered Tapping.
Jesus Christ. Alright, we got another manuscript. Wise Antonio, in the basement of the crumbling house, began reading the ancient book he had found. His oil lamp shook him from time to time as the swaying structure above ground collapsed. The village was to be symbolically raised by the dragon, and he had been chosen by the dragon, for he had not returned home. But Antonio did not care. He only wished to study the book the old lady had given him on the bridge he passed today. This book was titled The Radiant Charter, and within was reported all the rules that every being in Zemulanka must follow. I don't get these redacted ones. It was written in the language of the world's creation at the very start, and if Antonio was not possessed of extraordinary wisdom and deciphered this primordial text, there would have been no study to be had. This book recorded no solutions as to resolving the difficulty that Constellation Satellite presently faced, nor did it contain any hexes that could aid Antonio in repairing his own home. But he knew that wisdom was the mightiest thing in the world. The morning light shone through the ruins of his home, and the neighboring blacksmith and chubby chief took great pains to get rid of the house's wreckage, which blocked the basement hatch. With dark circles about his eyes, Antonio said to the chubby chief, "I shall defeat the dragon. I will return soon. Are you sure you're all right? You don't look like you got any sleep. Just smoke from the oil lamp. Don't worry about it." The dragon sat atop a mountain of treasures, gazing down at insignificant little Antonio walking closer. Flames gathered in its throat, preparing to burn the area 1 centimeter before him. All the better to scare this puny, foolish creature away. "Halt! I'm a qualified second-class Meister. The Radiant Charter states that, should I refuse a duel, you cannot use force." This restriction did indeed exist, and so the wicked dragon swallowed its flames whole. How it dreaded going to the toilet tomorrow. Why? Antonio, for his part, had not expected that the second-class rust clearing Meister qualification exam he had taken on a lark would become useful. And since I'm a second-class Meister, I propose a duel of riddles you cannot refuse. Now, Simulanka had just such a law, mainly for the benefit of sphinxes, old sages, and princesses who wished to make life hard for others. The evil dragon had not expected this rule to catch up with it. I shall ask the first question. My house sold for 8,000 mora yesterday, but I thought there was room to raise the price, so I bought it back for 9,000, planning to sell it for 10,000. How much more did I lose in the end? The dragon laughed in contempt. What's so hard about that? You could have waited until it hit 10,000 to make your move, but you sold for 8 and bought for 9, so you lost 1,000 mora that you could have earned instead. Wrong. You burned my house down yesterday, and I couldn't sell it in time, so I've lost far more. Sorry, I do have to burn a house, and you happen not to be home, so I might as well hit one that doesn't result in loss of life. Now that you've lost this contest, I have the right to loot the same value as your life, minus 1 mora. And considering that you burned my house, I can seek damages. Let's assume that my house is worth just 1 mora. Well then, wicked dragon, you know what to do with yourself? Please spare me, I'll give you anything. Your words, not mine, Antonio said as he pulled out a contract he had written long ago. Thus, Antonio used his wisdom to make all the evil dragon's treasure, the dragon devastated, to take all the evil dragon's treasure. I keep mixing more words. The dragon devastated would never again return to attack Constellation Satellite, where Antonio lived. Many years later, a child asked Antonio, "You sold your place for 8,000 and spent 9,000 buying it back. So it looks like you actually did lose 1,000 mora." A.
Look! My clan's history is true as well! There's that same unforgeable signature again, right here!
I hope you guys enjoyed my reading. Otherwise, I would put a timetable for you so you guys can skip it.
What? Oh, does this mean that my clan is the only odd one out?
You're the last one, buddy.
Given that my clan's wisdom is such a subject of ridicule in your eyes, I will now appeal to my own personal intelligence, which I believe far surpasses that of my clan at large, and make a prediction. It seems likely that the claims made by each of our clans regarding their history and virtue are all true.
Boberano? How can that be?
This is so annoying.
Oh, I get what's going on. Once, when I was drinking with Gujiyai, she bet me a round of dried fish that I couldn't guess which cup the umeboshi was under. Whichever one I guessed, I was always wrong, and Gujiyai would lift a different cup to reveal the umeboshi. But then, I learned later from one of the shrine maidens, Miyuki, that all of the cups had an umeboshi under them. Just goes to show, I still got a long way to go before I become a great yokai.
That is straight up cheating.
Oh, don't mind Fox Lady. That's just her way of teasing you.
Aye.
Actually, that reminds me. We can now open these 3 treasure chests. And unlike the guessing game you mentioned, this one's not a trick.
Cool. Well, once you've plundered the last of Boberano's family wealth, we can go to my clan's place.
Okay, cool. Cool. Alright, now that we can...
Guess I'll take the clockwork key again then. Yoink!
I love when she says yoink.
Did someone drop their package?
Alright. Well, free Primo Gems is free Primo Gems, I guess. Alright. Looks like I'm here. Didn't need to climb up. Oh, there they are, right over there. Why on the bridge, though? That's not them. Yes, there is. Where is your site, damn it?
The cohort of truth seekers followed Albizzi to his clan's sacred site. They arrived to the site of a giant guard towering over them.
Up ahead is my clan's gigantified guard. He can be a little pig-headed, and he's incredibly strong. Your weapons won't even scratch him.
I'm sure we'll put that to the test.
Wait, but wasn't Kappei's clan the one that's all about strength? So, what do you guys believe in then?
Money?
Oh, the guard is one of Kappei's people. Size is a coveted trait in the clan of strength, after all. Mine is the clan of empathy, and our key contribution is growth serum.
You make them bigger?
What's sympathetic about that?
That's confusing me.
Our ancestors believed that, just maybe, the dragon of old didn't mean us any harm at all. Perhaps the dragon simply didn't notice us, since we are so very tiny.
So you would think you made the dragon notice you by making your people bigger. Wow.
So, they drank the growth serum and grew even larger than the dragon. Then, they set the dragon down, calmly explained their perspective, and eventually taught it how to empathize.
So many freaking stories, so many freaking... I'm getting more frustrated. That doesn't make sense at all. I would have believed the red one's theory.
The serum isn't what it once was, though. Nowadays, it doesn't make you grow all that much, and it actually makes you lose your empathy. So, I advise we take a detour.
Wow, you did the opposite.
Despite Albizzi's words of caution, somebody, no doubt, has other ideas. Surely we could avoid a conflict with the guard, they think to themselves, if we could just try to understand one another. You could, of course, just take the path to your left and go around. But some people are gluttons for punishment. It's all part of the experience, I suppose.
So, we could take the path to our left. Which is the path to our left? Let's go over here then. I mean, there is arrows right there.
Yep.
Why is my own clan treating me like a villain?
You've been away too long. We all have. Feels like we've been waiting forever.
There's a secret way in. Sneak past these idiots? Yeah, we sneaky.
We should be getting close.
Why is this place so full of junk? Are you the kind of people who never throw away the box when you buy something because you're worried you won't be able to return it without the original packaging?
Wow, his clan's a bunch of hoarders. That's not surprising.
We'll never find the Oracle pillars in all this mess.
Let's trash it.
Never mind that. We have a more pressing issue. It seems there's a slight problem with my clan's family crest. The Marquis may need to utilize their wisdom to solve the issue.
How bad is it? Oh, you've got to be fucking joking me. Okay, that looks like a diamond, to be honest. So I'm either going to start in the middle, go from here, 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 and there. I would think so.
Wisdom too, huh? Well, you guys have a bit of everything, don't you? Except empathy.
Okay, out of all three, you're the most annoying one.
Over here! I found it!
Good job, Kiara. Alright.
Yes! Keep the noise down! We don't want to alert the guard.
What choice do I have, Kiara? What choice do I have?
I'll go keep watch.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah, good for you. So where is the thing? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, there it is right here. So we start from here. Okay. Is it reverse here? Okay, we start from here, I think. We start from here. We work like this. This. Okay. No, it doesn't feel like it. Okay. Okay. Christ. Could be this. This is gonna take a hell of a lot.
Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty?
Can't you destroy the boxes a little more quietly?
No, it's your fucking fault for making this into a mess! Alright. Alright. Let me think. Alright, let's try this again. You do here, 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 and here. Okay. Pattern puzzles are not my greatest, but we got it done.
This is the last one.
Oh god, you're gonna suffer from this, guys. I'll read this very slowly. Or if you want, skip it to the one you can skip it. Otherwise, you can just pause and just do whatever. Galileo and Alberto did many good deeds again today, though it was most tiring to help the old lady on the bridge move her barrels of hard apple cider. They each got a small barrel as their reward. The moonlight was unobstructed and beautiful, and the two good friends climbed up the high wall that had been built to stave off the evil dragon off. Alberto lost the rock, paper, scissors match, so he had to hold the barrel of cider under the crook of his arm as they climbed the ladder. Look, this is the big house that our chubby chief was so proud of. Doesn't look so big from here, huh? Said Alberto. As he looked at the house, you're wrong, that's my home, said Galileo. The chief's house is that one. Alberto's night vision was not at all that good, and moonlight could never compare to daylight. If one were to close one's eyes, the light could not be seen at all. He tried a little harder, but could not discern nothing more. But it's also really small, Galileo continued, so there's nothing wrong with your statement. Galileo and Alberto were both rather perceptive people. Galileo's reply covered for Alberto's discomfort regarding his poor vision, while Alberto had lost the rock, paper, scissors match on purpose, so that he could carry the cider barrel because the gears under Galileo's ribs were injured. Here's to you. The two friends raised a toast once Alberto stuffed the cork back into the barrel. The next day, the two gathered everyone in the village plaza. First, they apologized for the collapse of the anti-dragon wall, and told all the people that they were preparing to have a talk with the evil dragon. I know it's a lot of work for everyone to fix that wall, but we're not that fussed about it anyway, the chubby chief said. But are you sure you're not bragging when you say you knocked it down yourselves? Of course, that was not the chief's point. He, too, was a good person. Also, he continued, it's too dangerous to seek the dragon out. Don't worry about us. And so, the two best friends in the whole world departed. Jesus Christ. The evil dragon trembled before Alberto and Galileo. Why? For some reason, the old lady's liquor could make people grow very, very large. That was how they accidentally squashed the high walls in the previous night. As they gazed down at the ground far below, the more or less understood how the dragon thought. No wonder it could accidentally destroy the village at its feet. So as long as they could get the dragon to notice people, they could surely come to an understanding. The two friends thus drank all the remaining magic cider, becoming even larger than the dragon by a good margin. Reeking of alcohol, they sandwiched the dragon between them and drunkenly tried reasoning with it. The dragon shriveled up in terror. All of its mystery and fell or forever gone, indeed. It even looked kind of pitiful. Alberto attempted to pick dirt off the scales on the dragon's back, but wound up picking off an entire scale. The dragon sought to flee. This is terrible. They're like playing at like peeling toys. Peeling, I don't know, apples. I don't know what to compare. Sorry if I said it wrong. But Galileo, fearing that the crisis might persist for 10,000 years more if the misunderstanding was not cleared up, tugged its tail and dragged it right back. To be honest, we've always lived under your feet, but we are far too small, so you may not have ever seen us. Now we've transformed and become big, Galileo said, so now surely you must know that we dwell at your feet. The dragon nodded repeatedly, and thus did the two in the dragon chat all night, and believe in the mutual goal of mutual understanding achieved. So the two set off along the road home. Country road. Sorry. I don't know if they were drunk now. They're big and drunk. And they were playing with the dragon like it's a toy. Picking off the scales like, watermelon seeds?
The signature. So it's true. Empathy is one of the founding virtues of Constellation Metropole, too.
Just as we suspected, all three are the truth.
So all three of them are true. What the hell?
Okay. Well, this is a lot to process. I feel a little empty inside. Yes, we found the truth, but there's too much truth.
Yeah, not a single hint of lies. But then again, what is true and what is false? I have no idea.
I get you. It's like in Inazuma, when there were only 6 books in the Mirage Warrior series, it was really popular.
I never got a chance to read any archival books I've seen.
But by the time book number 88 came out, nobody wanted to read it. They'd all lost interest.
A brief moment of joy is drowned out by a growing feeling of melancholy. But perhaps there is a glimmer of hope to be found too?
You say that like it's an easy thing.
Anyone? Anyone? All right, I'll say it. How is it the case that these 3 versions of history can all be true at once?
What a great conundrum.
That's exactly what Paimon was wondering, but Boborano kind of already explained it away earlier. So Paimon was worried she'd look stupid for asking the question.
Paimon, you're not stupid for asking a question. You're just dumb. Just kidding. You're just stupidly cute.
It's not a stupid question at all, my dear little pixie. While I did postulate that different truths may coexist, there is an issue when it comes to these 3 truths in particular.
How about comparing the 3 truths to make it into a single truth?
The problem is, all 3 truths are the history of the exact same thing, namely the dragon and the Metropole's origins. Yet all 3 bear the signature, showing that they're genuine.
What the hell?
Suddenly, the sound of a bell rings out.
The bell! It
What?
rang once! What does that mean again? Ah, yes! Highest level of emergency! Everyone, to the main entrance! Stat! Bring all the glue traps, and place them outside the gates!
The whole
Oh,
city is
no.
on the lookout, and there's only one way out. It's the path right in front of you.
Good job, idiot. Alright. Great. They're all dumb.
Why'd they ring the bell anyway? Also, why is 1 ring the highest level of emergency?
Obviously because you have to respond fast when it's an emergency.
What the hell?
It'd be a bit too late if they waited till the 99th ring.
What the hell? Flee and reach the designated location. Okay. Glue traps. My worst enemy. Also the first comical. I feel so stupid trying to read all those things.
We made it out. Don't know if we'll still be needing this clockwork key, but I yoinked it out before we ran, just in case.
Yeah, good job.
Okay, but back to the truth problem. There are 3 conflicting versions of the truth, and somehow they're all still true. What is that supposed to mean?
My brain is having a workout trying to figure that out as well.
I don't know. I doubt anyone here in Simulanka could make sense of it. All we do know is that any manuscript bearing her signature has to be valid.
Who is it? Oh, who is it?
Well, she is the goddess of fate, the creator of all this. And all these manuscripts are her grand design.
AA. I'm trying to figure out who AA is. I never heard of the name.
The reason we argued about who was right was that we didn't know enough about the truth of the past. But now we have the truth. So, we just have to accept it.
I hate you all.
As surely as we will follow the clockwork path designed for us, so is this the course that history has taken. It is clear and incontrovertible.
We will never argue again. Thank you all.
Is that all there is to it? Is this where the decision made at the first crossroads of destiny has led us to? A pointlessly happy ending?
I hope your stupid narrating ass cannot be thinking of adding more to this. If there is more to this, I will beat you. Beat you. With my pole arms. With anything, really. I'll chuck a Paimon at you.
Overthinking it would be equally pointless. Well, that's enough for one day. Time to take a break.
Could you be any more cryptic? You're planning something. Paimon knows it.
Yeah, she's right about that.
Whatever happens, today was a breakthrough in my journey of discovery. I will go back and share it with my clan.
Me too.
And me.
Let's leave it there for today then. I'm sure we'll find out what else Mr. Narrator has planned for us tomorrow.
Well, that was certainly the most exhausting thing, but I can't wait.
What a beautiful day, thought the traveller, before she was overcome by a creeping sense of foreboding. The voice in her head grew louder. Must go to Pendulum Lane.
I swear to everything that is godly.
Pendulum Lane is just up ahead. Something must have happened here after all. Everyone's crowded around.
Oh, not another puzzle, please, no. There's a murder!
Oh my god, this is terrible! I don't understand. The three great clans of Constellation Metropole have finally made peace with each other. Who could have done this?
There's a murder! Someone must have murdered him. What? They came to an understanding, but now there's an assassination attempt. No way!
What happened? Oh no, someone's lying on the ground. Cappe!
How did this happen?
Yeah, in just a few hours, too.
Cappe, you idiot! Wake up! You need to revise your last words or everyone's gonna start suspecting me!
You joke about being... You murdered this guy?
Last words. What did he say?
Uh-oh. Detective-looking dude? Uh-oh. He's overly suspicious right there. He's got that mustache and glasses. Suspicious to me.
If I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Boberano.
You ratted him out, you rat bastard.
You could have at least pretended to not remember it.
I'm sorry, Boberano, but this is an interrogation. I have to give the detective straight answers.
What a backstabber.
Don't worry, Boberano. I don't consider you a suspect, nor do I have the authority to charge anyone with a crime. So, are you the last people to have had contact with him?
Yes.
My sincere condolences. You were travel companions, right? It's a real tragedy. I'm afraid he'll be out cold for another hour and a half, at least.
So he wasn't murdered, he's just temporarily knocked out.
Huh?
Yeah, I know. It's despicable. Hitting someone in the back of the head is the second worst act of cruelty there is. The first being replacing their gear oil with extra strong glue.
That is even more terrible. I don't like when something that happens.
So, Cappe's not dead?
And I was worried for nothing.
His gears, metal frame, and shell are all still in excellent condition. It's just his energy supply that's been all messed up. Wait. But surely you can't be suggesting that just because Cappe isn't broken, there's no need to go looking for the culprit.
No! There's a need! Huge need!
Unfortunately, this is rapidly turning into a cold case. There's no evidence and no witnesses. Unless there's an official clockwork pedestal or the goddess of prophecy around here somewhere.
He's talking like he's knowing something. Are you the one that hit him in the back? Are you the narrator in disguise?
Excuse me. Then suddenly the long-lost dragon of old flew across the sky.
I knew it, he was the narrator.
Where?
Dude, he did that to distract you.
I didn't see anything. Wait, why can't I move?
Yes, why can't you move?
My mistake. It was just a cloud. Or a bird. Or something.
I hate you.
If only we could turn time backwards and replay the crime.
You've got to be kidding me.
Isn't that one of those, clockwork socket things right behind you?
Oh, state of the obvious, huh?
So it is. No wonder everyone here is suddenly struggling to move. Traveller, if you please, let's recreate the crime scene.
I don't think you're the suspect at all, my detective. Watch history repeat itself.
The crime scene's too chaotic. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Okay. Alright, let's watch. So the blue guy says hi to the red guy. And somehow the detective was nearby, right there. They all talked. The guy was patrolling here and there. Suspect. You're rushing, you're running. You're taking a look at him.
I wonder what's inside this package. No.
I knew it!
Yep.
Ooh, I see it. Oh, no, I didn't mean to go all the way back. Okay. Is there a way to... I still think it's him. He threw something, and he fell suddenly. Yeah, they were talking. They were questioning. He turns away. They both turn away. Yeah! He did something to him. And he's running. And it just so happens he appears right behind him. I got my eye on you, detective. So was the detective after all?
Well, that clears it up. Cape was walking along the street, and he suddenly collapsed. He was faking it.
How you fake that? I clearly see you did something.
What? So case closed? Aren't you supposed to investigate a little more, Fred?
Well, we literally replayed the crime scene and saw it with our own eyes. There's no need for any evidence gathering or powers of deduction now. And besides, maybe the truth is inherently strange by nature.
Wow, what a real crime solver you are. You are not a detective, huh?
Like how Constellation Metropole has 3 histories, each of which is the truth.
But didn't you say Cape was struck in the back of the head and knocked unconscious?
For all I know, he could have bashed his head against a toilet bowl before leaving the house. Then walked here in a daze before finally passing out.
Hold on, that cannot be like how that happens. That's not how concussions work. That's not how it works. You don't fall down the stairs and just be okay before you suddenly collapse. Does it?
As for why he might have done that, my guess is... With the Supreme Clan question left unanswered, and the tension in Constellation Metropole suddenly wiped away, he was looking to create a new source of conflict. Only then would the city feel alive again.
This does not make sense to me.
Do we really think he's capable of that, though? Sounds like a pretty complicated conspiracy for the average Simulanka resident.
Traveler, something about the crime scene isn't sitting right with me. It just seems unnatural.
You and I are thinking the same thing. I don't believe this at all.
Also, anything outside of the immediate area won't have appeared in the replay. Is it possible that something was missing from the scene?
I think so.
Why don't we search the area?
Wait,
yeah, let's look
for it. What are you doing?
We're doing the actual detective work, detective.
Oh, we're gonna head to Cape's house to check the toilet bowl for signs of an impact.
What does the toilets here in this world even look like? What the hell? Alright. Alright, suspicious places. Suspicious places. I'm at a suspicious place right here.
A pickaxe? What is it doing all the way down here? There's gotta be a story behind it. Let's take it.
Yeah. Alright, what you gotta say?
Hello there. Have you seen my spear by any chance? Someone was shouting about a dragon a minute ago, and I instinctively threw it into the sky. Yeah.
Why would you do that? Okay. Oh,
There's a
thank
spear
you.
here. It looks so mysterious. Let's take it.
Yeah, thank you for you to point that out. All right. Okay, so we got the guard spear. Wait, what was the second one? All right, shop owner. Let's talk to you.
You're not from these parts, are you? Just visiting?
Yep, that's right. Why? What's up?
Ah, well, I was gonna offer you a great job in the Titanium mines. A safe and secure working environment.
I'm sure it is.
Doesn't sound very safe. At least not as safe as being a courier.
To keep the titanium ore intact, we use specially designed pickaxes that can't cut through it. Even if you struck a person with it, it wouldn't so much as leave a scratch.
Did we have a pickaxe? We just picked that up.
And in terms of labor intensity, the work has been rated as Class 2 physical labor by a reputable organization. Even cats can do it.
How could cats do it? Oh, you're joking.
I'm not. Never mind. I give up.
That's just frustrating. Like how my real name gets mistaken by my brother's real name. Someone calls me by my brother's name instead of my own. I have lost count.
Welcome to Paimon's world.
Is that just because I call you emergency food? Or if people call you by any other names other than lavender melon?
Mind you, I don't know what happened today, but somehow a pickaxe has gone missing. Maybe one of the giant guards broke it down, so someone took it to perform a rapid resuscitation procedure.
How's that?
Sounds pretty brutal for a first aid technique. Still, a missing pickaxe. Huh. Is it just me, Traveler, or does it seem kinda suspicious?
It is suspicious. I've been suspecting things a lot. Alright, so we got 4 out of 6. Alright. What's the grocery store got to do with it?
Come here. Whatever it is you were looking to buy, please do come back tomorrow. It's just, I have to close early today. A bottle of growth serum has gone missing. If someone's stolen it with the intention of harming others, the consequences could be disastrous. There's a whole investigation into it, so I gotta close the shop while I do an inventory count. If it turns out I'm wrong and I miscounted, I could be charged with filing a false report and disturbing the peace.
Okay, so a bottle is missing. So a bottle is missing, and we're in the area of it. And just so
There's
happens
a
we found
strange
it.
potion bottle here. Looks so weird. Let's take it.
Alright, so we got a bottle that went missing. We got a spear that someone threw.
Let's say one of these was the weapon used in the assault. Which one do you think it is?
My opinion, I would say the pickaxe, I think? Or was it the spear? The pickaxe?
If it was the pickaxe, Cappe sure is lucky it's not still lodged in his head.
Actually, you're wrong there, Paimon. The foreman at the mine was just saying, this kind of pickaxe is designed not to damage titanium, so it couldn't cause any superficial damage to residents here. But you could probably knock someone out if you hit them hard enough, and it wouldn't leave a scratch.
No, I was right.
Let's take this back to the crime scene and replay it one more time.
Alright, you're back. How was the toilet at Cappe's house?
Toilet? What about it? Oh, yeah, forget that.
Show the pickaxe.
What's this about? What are you trying to say?
We thought the way Cappe fell looked odd, so we searched the area for suspicious items and found this. It could have been deliberately placed out of range of the crime scene so it wouldn't show up when we replayed it. Now we've retrieved it, we were gonna replay it again. You don't mind, do you?
Oh,
I just remembered I forgot to turn off the clockwork switch in my kitchen. Yeah, I think I'll just,
He's trying to escape! Get him!
Oh, no, you stay right there.
Good job. Good job, Abano. Ha-ha! The guilty! Aha!
It should be good now.
The guilty cannot escape now. I knew it. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. He had something in his hands. He chucked that thing right at him, didn't he? Let's see it. I was right. I was right about you, quote-unquote detective. This sure is going on a long time. My question is, how can no one see that strange?
Okay, let's get going.
What the hell?
The next location on my list is
Dude,
really far away.
He did that ricochet thing. He did that curveball thing with the bullet. Oh no. And look. He was trying to get rid of the evidence, huh? I knew it.
So you're the attacker!
Exactly, Paimon. Get him!
So, it was you!
You rat bastard.
I will congratulate you for cracking the case, but since I did such an abysmal job of covering my tracks, didn't exactly have your work cut out for you. So, all I can say is... Catch me if you can!
Oh no. Seriously? Get him, boys!
We have a runner! That's it! Let me at him!
The would-be Marquis of Carabas dispatched the Necromancer in boots, who ran off in pursuit of the poor little minion.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, I can use this to get him.
The minion's
Nice try, asshole.
lower back was protesting painfully against the intense physical activity. He decided to take the elevator, giving him a moment to catch his breath.
Oh yeah, I can use this to climb the walls faster. Her abilities.
Really?
Come here.
His lower back asked, but the minion had no other choice. He resolved to make the jump down.
Come here.
By this point, the Necromancer in boots was gasping for air. The minion was huffing and puffing, even more loudly. But we'll ignore that.
I'm not! Don't underestimate the gold-level courier of the Komania Express!
Woo. Yes.
A characteristically catty response from the Necromancer. Tell me, what do you hope to gain from bullying me?
What'd you say?
I get to let off some steam!
Get him, Kiara. What the hell is this setup?
Ha ha! You fell into my trap. Oh, and by the way, remember the glue you got stuck on when you first entered the future Marquis' abode-to-be? That was also me. I did it using my powers.
I hate you. You know that?
Rats! Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys right now. You can just jump out of your shoes and keep running, but Wait, I'm wearing boot...
The unnamed minion made a last-ditch escape attempt. He began his long climb, up the wall, the tall wall.
You stuttering?
He began his long climb up the tall wall.
Do you call that a tall wall? In urgent Neko parcel mode, I'll scale it in
Oh
no
shit,
time.
oh shit. I did not use that ability, didn't I? Oh no, 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 no.
I'm beat. I surrender.
Yeah, you better surrender. Asshole.
You've got nowhere left to run.
Exactly.
All right. I confess.
That was fast.
Yes.
Getting caught by you here was a backup plan. I don't know if what I've done will make things better or not.
So you were the narrator all along. You were tricking all of us, didn't you? Oh, I'm freaking angry right now.
Time to come clean. I am the narrator, the one who's been guiding you all this time.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I kind of figured.
Okay. I guess my voice acting skills have some room for improvement.
Yeah, you didn't change your voice at all when you're playing a detective.
Anyway, I only did what I did because...
You're gonna get shoved off.
Why are you suddenly spilling the beans?
Yes, why?
I poured my heart and soul into all this. I was worried you wouldn't ask. The truth is, I was one of the first conscious beings ever made by the goddess of creation. And I've known for a long time that this whole world is just a fairy tale written by the goddess of fate.
So he's the only one that knows the truth about this world, huh?
I know they say that fairy tales are just made up for kids to read, but I refuse to believe that fairy tales are just fictional stories and nothing more. The reason why Constellation Metropole has 3 origin stories is that the goddess of fate wrote 3 drafts and couldn't decide which one she liked best.
You've got to be joking me. She was writing a story about the history of this city, and she wrote 3 drafts about it, but she couldn't decide which one works best, so she just tosses them away. Really?
Then her cat trod all over them, and they all got crumpled together, so the 3 worlds just sort of folded into one.
Oh my goodness.
The goddess of fate was torn between them anyway, since she couldn't decide which ending was best for the dragon or the kids. So when she saw what the cat had done, she simply decided to go with all 3.
Wow. Okay. I got nothing to say about that, to be honest.
Who would have thought? But what does any of this have to do with what you did?
You're not a fictional character, so you couldn't hope to understand my sorrow. Honestly, I don't think there's anyone in all of Simulanka who would understand. Every day that I experience, every interaction I have with another person, is it really all just a work of fiction?
So the narrator is the only being in this world that is aware that he is, and the world is fictional. And he can't handle it because everyone is just following the writing, the script that they're following.
The only reason the 3 great clans wanted to find out the truth was for the pointless task of electing the supreme clan. I thought that once they'd learned the truth, it might make them curious enough to investigate further. But as it turned out, they just accepted it and carried on living the same old lives. I have to motivate them to keep looking for answers now that they think they've learned the truth. I have to make them uncomfortable with the superficial explanation that they took at face value. And I have to figure out, once and for all, while you real people from the outside world are still here, are we real?
That is the greatest question upon anything that has been created. Like, you could ask, if you guys ever heard of Mass Effect, this very famous science fiction shooter game, these beings called the Geth, they were machines once created by a race called the Quarians. And it started this big freaking conflict between them with a single question. This machine says, does this one have a soul? And yeah, that kind of questioning can shake a person to the core. It's like an AI asking, am I a real person? You know? A scary question.
Aww.
And it's also a sad one, too.
That's my full confession. Time for you to take me back. I'm guessing I'll probably be forced to make a public apology, then sentenced to half a day in solitary confinement. I definitely deserve half a day.
So he actually knows everything that's what's going on in this place.
Oh, also, pass this message on to Cape, Bobarano, and Albizzi, if you could. The Great Clockwork Key was originally put in place jointly by the ancestors of the 3 clans.
Really?
If the 3 of them had any ability to cooperate whatsoever, they'd have been able to remove it by themselves. Over all these years, not once have they ever tried removing it together.
Oh, my poor child. There's one thing you've been mistaken about this whole time.
Is that the real writer? Is that the goddess?
Ah! Whose voice is that? Detective? Was that you? Your voice acting's actually pretty good.
I don't think that's him.
The reason fairy tales are suitable for children is that they help them to understand the world. Fairy tales may be works of fiction, but at their heart lies an internal logic that is undoubtedly real-world truth in a condensed form. Perhaps they simplify good and evil, And perhaps they hide the darkness in metaphors.
Is that AA?
But let there be no doubt. The world within fairy tales is as real as can be. And by extension, you and your compatriots are also real.
Goddess! Is it really you?
So that's the goddess.
The line that separates footnotes from narrative can never be crossed. Never the two shall meet. This is why you have never heard my voice before.
So this is a footnote. Her name is Footnote, the echo of the goddess of fate.
But now you wish to break free from the story. And there's a cat nearby, so you can hear my echo.
Oh my god!
Necromora!
Just your echo?
Oh, poor detective.
Poor me to go through this entire thing.
So, we are a part of the real world too.
Yeah, you lead the surrendered detective back to Capet. So we need a shot of the crime scene for evidence, a mugshot of the suspect for the records, and a photo of the heroes for posterity. The guard molded over. The 3 photos is overkill. Let's just get one big group photo at the crime scene. Suspect tried to look more serious. Heroes, more natural please. Happy smiles, but no smiling from the victim or their friends and family. Thank you. No, don't get up. Stay on the ground. We need to capture the crime scene as is. 3, 2, 1, say cheese. Okay, that's a good photo. Weirdest photo experience of my life. Yes, definitely. How does anyone could be happy that they have to be laying down with a concussion? I can see Paimon's just going with it. She's going with it. I don't know why you're smiling. Me, I'm surprised. I'm surprised as anyone.
My head's spinning. Albizzi just gave me a quick rundown of the situation. So you caught the detective?
Sorta. We chased him until he surrendered. Oh, and he asked us to pass on a message.
So we tell them what happened. And that they could have removed the Great Clockwork if they just worked together.
Does he really think we didn't try that? 'Cause we did. After 6 months in that place.
Ah, that was my bad. I thought it was a stupid idea at the time, so I didn't really exert myself.
I also sort of stopped trying after 3 years.
You... Never mind. I'm partly to blame as well. On the second attempt, I just hugged the key and pretended like I was pulling as hard as I could.
You guys are so lazy. My granny's neighbor's pet cat has nothing on you, and it spends all day, every day sunbathing.
Anyway, you said you heard the voice of the goddess of fate at the end? That's amazing.
There is a world beyond our own after all.
Yeah. Sad, though.
What would you guys say to taking a trip to the outside world sometime? Otherwise, I got bashed in the back of the head for nothing.
So how in the hell can they get out of this world, to be honest?
Depends. Do either of you know how to get there? But yes, I agree we should go. And not invite the detective, just to annoy him.
You are utter evil, guys.
But maybe the reason we've never worried about whether we're real or not is that, unlike him, we weren't there to witness the creation of this world. We've never had any reason to doubt that we're real. If someone ever convinced me that these delightful dimwits, Capet and Albizzi, weren't real, oh, I'd be devastated.
Thank God I ended that real freaking quickly. And what is going on here? What is this? Text? Coda? Wait until 2 days over. After everything has come to an end, it's time to spare a thought on how to deal with the Great Clockwork Key. I'm just done with this. Alright. So I have returned to the point where I found the key. And where this all began. The tricks, the manipulation, the confusion, the constant annoyances from the 3 clan heads. And this entire experience has made me hungry. So, yeah, we're just going to return the Great Copper Key. And when the hell did you three get here? I didn't see you up there. Oh well. How you doing, you three? Well, no dialogue this time? No voice lag? That's fine with me. If it isn't Marquis of Carabas, along with her cat and little fairy. I think we should probably stop this now. Surely it's time that the Traveler and I drop these roles. In theory, it should all be over now, but I do remember hearing that the point of the ceremony was to help people transition from one mental state to another. To bid farewell to the title of Marquis of Carabas once and for all. You can bring things to a close with a touch of formality. As the Necromanta bids farewell to her boots, through the reflection are we wiser to the nature of the truth. Okay, I think that's it for talking. Let's put this back once and for all. And that's it. That's all. Well, all I could say about this quest was it was interesting to the least. We got a little bit more of the lore. Some of the characters in this fairy tale world are self-aware. Most that have seen the miracles of whoever created this book and its denizens. And yeah, it just comes to show that some patience can be tested, like mine. And I hope you guys got to know more of the lore of this world, I guess. And I hope we finished here. And Kiara here has a new costume. So I'm glad that I got the costume. I'm glad that I got more Parma gems in the end. And I got some intriguing story here as well. So I hope to say thank you all for watching. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please give this video a like or dislike. And if you have anything to comment or say about the story, or comment on anything really, just let me know in the comment section down below. They're always there for a reason. And if you're new to the channel, please support my channel by clicking that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. And also, those who have returned, I'm glad you returned. Check out my other videos as well. Of course, I will have to wait a few more days for the storyline to come in. This is just one distraction until the next day, until the last bit of the story just comes to an end. So, as always, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the new video. Peace out, and have a great weekend.